Karamat presents gratitude to the hospitality industry. We are providing a platform where experienced leaders share their culinary journey with budding aspirants. A platform where experience meets execution. A platform where we put together collective efforts. A platform with a shared aim, reviving the hospitality industry from the challenges posed by the pandemic. Come, join us on this culinary journey.
कुछ शेफ बॉर्न जीनियस होते हैं, कुछ अपनी मेहनत और लगन से जीनियस बनते हैं, पर इन सारे जीनियस में एक बात कॉमन है, ये खाना बड़ा लाजवाब बनाते हैं, जैसे कोई करामात हो इनके हाथों में।
जी हाँ, ये करामात ही है शेफ के हाथों में।
करामात मास्टर मिक्स फॉर मास्टर शेफ, 100% natural gravies and many more.
Namaskar friends, I am Chef Vinod from Indian Culinary Forum, and I have been chef for almost more than 2.5 decades, and I'll be taking you through the journey of one of the legendary chefs of the Indian culinary industry. So today we have Chef Rajiv Janveja, one of the renowned chef and the celebrity chef of the hospitality industry. He has been worked in various hotels of repute and allied industries in the food sector, and he has developed a lot of food innovation concepts and working towards food for the last 3.5 decades. So we welcome Chef Rajiv Janveja in this wonderful session, which is hosted by Karamat. Welcome, Chef.
Thank you so much.
And we have Mr. Shwetal from Karamat. So he has been a wonderful support in collating the journey of the senior chefs and the senior celebrities across the hospitality industry.
I must say that's a wonderful job actually, which can help, a lot of new chefs and, young chefs to learn from us is a great job actually you are doing, and you have started this collecting our journeys and sharing with them.
Yes.
Actually, So it's a wonderful initiative by Karamat, and I would say good people learn from other people's experience.
Correct.
So I think it's a journey where we collate the experience of senior chefs, their ups and downs, their challenges, opportunities, and how they move ahead in the industry. So that would be a wonderful collection of experience with 1,000 years of experience we have in the industry. So we are just taking baby steps to collate the experiences.
True.
So Chef Janveja, let's start from your journey.
Yeah.
So as I know, you have been a mentor and a guide for me also, and we started from the same group of hotels. I would just like to understand your journey and how it was 3.5 decades before.
Okay, that's a good question actually, because time has changed, and with time people need to change. So in our journey also, what time I started, it was in 1985 when I graduated from the Hotel Management Catering College, Lucknow, and I joined the Taj group of hotels. And it was, from I would say, from very beginning, I always wanted to be a chef. Somehow, let me tell you, I didn't had a sister at home, and I always used to get a chance when my mother used to be out of house. So my father was a foodie, and we both used to he used to always like to eat good food, being traveled abroad, stayed in US for quite some time. So when he came back, so he wanted that, some good, ek acha meat banao, acha chicken banao, thoda acha koi bhi sabji banao. So all that stuff we used to talk. So I used to get a chance to play with ingredients, to play with food. And that actually helped me to develop my cuisine interest. And that's how the journey started. And let me tell you, in fact, my grandfather was not so keen that I should go into the hotel industry and be a chef. It was actually, because I was also trying to be in army. And somehow, due to some medical reason, which was my flat foot, he told me that, beta, tu to nahi ja payega army mein. So then I said, okay, Pitaji, I want to go to join in होटल इंडस्ट्री. बट उनको ये था कि नहीं, होटल इंडस्ट्री में बच्चा बिगड़ जाता है, पता नहीं क्या करेगा. तो में हाउ इट यूज्ड टू बी, खानसामा, अरे घर में खानसामा बनेगा, वो वाली बात थी. तो मैंने कहा कि नहीं, ये भी एक उस टाइम पे, इन आवर टाइम्स यू नो दिस थिंग वाज डेवलपिंग, दैट बीइंग अ गुड शेफ in a hotel a person used to feel very proud of being a chef in a hotel. So I decided that I would like to go. So he said ki you will not be able to do it. So my father said, let me give him a chance to work in a hotel. That time I was in Lucknow, and there was a small hotel which the managing director of the hotel was my father's friend. So he spoke to him and he said ki okay, you send your son and let him be with us whatever time he wants to spend. So I joined them, and I in fact worked in kitchen, I worked in F&B service, I also worked in reception, I also worked as a telephone operator. And let me tell you, I started, first 2 months, I was just working and he used to observe me. So one day he called my father, yaar, your son is working so well and I really want to pay him something. I don't like, this guy has been coming from home and he's doesn't, I want to just give him something as a pocket money. So I started on a salary of 50 rupees. So he gave me a salary of 50 rupees. It used to be, I used to sign the voucher and get the salary. But it was a great learning knowing the hotel. And then after I worked in that hotel, so then I decided that yes, I am into it. Means my heart and soul will work for hotel. So that's how, and especially in cuisine, because cuisine was one thing which actually, it is something by which you learn a lot, and every day there is a new learning with cuisine. Every day means same ingredients, same equipments, you can make different things. So that's how I started, and till today, every time I'm even cooking any dish, I observe my ingredients, I watch my ingredients, how they are taking. It is it's a scientific thing now, at what temperature, what ingredient you need to put to get the best flavor. That's how the journey started. So once I did my hotel management, finally I got into the hotel management. I did, and I also feel proud of that. That time in our colleges there used to be hardly any class on tandoor. I mean, the teachers were not so so much themselves trained that they used to take session on tandoor. So when I came to do my industrial training, and I extended my industrial training for a month, and then I went back and I learned this couple of breads like khasta roti, lachha paratha and all. And we used to have a tandoor. It was just for a showcase. So I told my teacher one day that I would like to work on this tandoor because I have learned in my industrial training, and I definitely would like. So I made some breads one day, and the teacher was amazed, and he said, now what I want is कि अब तेरे को ही class लेनी पड़ेगी तंदूर की. He took session for my junior class. In fact, along with that, even my own chefs were my own classmates were with me, and then we did a whole session together on tandoor. So where I made a lot of good breads and dakai paratha and all that stuff, which is probably you will not find those breads in our menus at the moment. But it was really fun doing that. And when I joined Taj, well, I was selected by Chef Arvind Saraswat for the Taj group of hotels. It was, I was on the sky, like, okay, means been selected, I'm going to Taj. So I always wanted to be with Indian cuisine, and fortunately I was selected for Indian cuisine, and I was placed in the restaurant called Haveli, which is now Work. I started there as a trainee and started learning. Initial period, I joined as a trainee Commie 2. So today, joining from the college, you are joining straight away as a management trainee. It is kitchen management training program, but now that time it was never used to be like that. It used to be you join as a trainee Commie 2 and 1 year training, and then you are swimming yourself. You rise as you like. So I joined as a trainee Commie 2. Wonderful experience. Yes, initial days were quite tough. When you are asked, you are coming from a good family and you are coming from hotel management background, and then you are told certain things which you don't even have done, or you don't have even thought in your dreams that ye bhi karna padega. and the
I think, Chef, I think that's the right thing. At those in those times, maybe I'm junior to you around 8-10 years, but I still feel that those times the professional chefs in hotels were through experience.
correct,
So
correct.
the education was not the top criteria. They were all master chefs and they were
Yes,
all sort of maharajs.
correct,
And that was the, I think, changing time during like 80s and 90s, where there was a shift happening that
correct,
students used to be educated doing hotel management and then coming into food production.
correct,
And I can truly relate to your point कि यार तू क्या cook बनेगा hotel
हाँ,
management करके. So that was the kind of statement that you used to get. कि
correct,
यार खाना बनाना है यार तब तू खाना बनाएगा ये सब पढ़ के. So
हाँ,
that was the statement, and once so the education came into picture and the educated, learned, budding chefs came into the industry. So
correct,
that was, I think, the toughest time, I believe, when there was a change happening from the experienced master chefs to the knowledgeable new
correct.
students in the industry. So that
True,
was a
true.
kind of a shift between 90s and 80s and 90s. So where learning from them was to gain the trust of the master chefs, and then
True.
only they used to teach.
Correct. Then only
Otherwise,
they
they
used to.
used to hide their skills.
Correct, correct. And it was not easy task to learn, but then if you become his favorite, then you can learn anything from him, and
Yes.
then he will teach you anything you want. But it used to be it used to be
Tough. It was a tough
tough to crack them.
That's true. So because there was some kind of insecurity also in those senior chefs, so they thought like they will take our job. Whereas,
Correct.
so at that point of time, the first or the second level of chefs, those who were coming and becoming trainee chefs under these experienced chefs. So it took some time, but exactly as said by you that it was a tough nut to crack.
उनको ये लगता था कि ये हमारी नौकरी खा जाएगा.
That's true.
in a better language, I tell you कि वो हमारी नौकरी खा जाएगा, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं था. So I used to have a very close chat with my master also, कि हमें तो खैर आपने तो अपनी जिंदगी में इतना कुछ करके दिखाया, बहुत कुछ किया, हमें भी कुछ सिखाओ, हमें I also want to become a good chef like you and all that stuff. And of course, then of course the Taj decided that people who are coming from catering college background, there has to be two paths for two people. One is you are a skilled chef. One is you are a chef with a hotel management background. So they need to be given a certain certain career. So that's how it started. That the trainee Commie 2 joining program was ended. I was the last batch actually to join as a trainee Commie 2. After me, within a year, it was changed to trainee Commie 1. And in fact, that trainee Commie 1 ko bhi within 6 months, they said ki now we will be having a program where after doing the training program, you will become a chef de partie.
Yes. I think that was one thing where in Taj, there was a due respect given to the education as well as the training.
Correct.
So the master chefs were treated as master chefs, and the hotel management chefs were considered in both the segments as well as managing the.
There was a good value given to master chefs that कि आपकी एक अच्छी value है. They will be called as master chef. They will run the restaurant as a master chef. All that used to happen. But when it used to come to administration, then you have an educated chef who's
Yes.
But at the same time, you need to have knowledge of cuisine, and that's what this thing, that without the knowledge of cuisine, I can't take myself forward. It was very important for us to learn cuisine, because if you want to really be in that kitchen, then you need to know the cuisine, because you are master chef, but there will be times when you have other people working under you and you need to take out work from them.
Yes.
So it was really fun.
What was your initial maybe the challenges or the learning experience, so which was out of the box after coming from a hotel management college?
Yeah, learning to work on tandoor, I was hit by one of the chef also while I was making Romali. That was one of the thing which was learning. Especially burning a tandoor is another art. I used to carry a charcoal from outside the time office and take it inside, and always feel, yaar, ye kya kar raha hu. But then within a week's time, I was being taught by them that there is an art to even burn a tandoor. And I tell you today also, I see a lot of places, means if you actually know how to burn the tandoor rightly, your tandoor will give you the better product. And it really helps you in all these things. These are very basic things. Us time pe never used to, even if we had a mixie in our kitchen, but always used to say that कि आपको अगर गरम मसाला अच्छा फ्लेवरफुल चाहिए तो आप तंदूर अपने हमाम दस्ते में बैठ के पीसोगे. And I used to do it. We were told that हमाम दस्ते में ही आपको मसाला कूटना है. Never used to happen that garam masala, which is made for tandoor or curry section, it will be mixed spices will be kept and it will be dried, and then you have to trainee. It's a job of a trainee to do it. So we learned that way, and which was hard, but then it was giving you results, because we used to feel that it is something which is very, very important. Small things, making a yogurt is an art.
That's true, Chef. Nowadays, people get market yogurt and they don't even know how to set a curd.
Correct. But that time we used to means एक दिन अगर थोड़ा सा temperature ऊपर हो गया दूध का तो your curd is gone.
That's true.
We used to hear a lot from our senior guy that what have you done today? मेरा 50 लीटर का दूध खराब कर दिया आज. So kind of thing was there. So there were a lot of learnings which were there, working on tandoor, or we used to have a competition that even the bread which you are making, tandoori roti की एक ही size का निकलनी है. Those art used to be taught. आज क्या है कि आज कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, रोटी आनी चाहिए. एक shape of naan which used to be taught that it has to be in a leaf shape.
That's true.
इस shape में naan आएगा तभी naan है, तो naan नहीं है. These are a lot of learnings which I still carry with myself. I still teach people. I still like to be on the range whenever I find time. That these are small things. Simple thing like how to cook yogurt is again an art. Everybody can't do it. We used to have a soup by the name of dahi ka shorba. If the temperature is not right when you are cooking, your soup will curdle, and it is made a la minute. It is made a la minute. You can't have the soup made ready before. Dahi ka shorba is you have just 5-6 ingredients. Tuck. It goes into the pan and you add the yogurt and one boil and the soup is out. So and flavorful soup.
That's true, Chef. And those were those are some signature dishes which still people relish. Those who love food.
Yes.
Yeah, and those have become the kind of iconic dishes in some of the restaurants nowadays.
Yes. I tell you, one of my favorite dish. My food philosophy is very different. That I don't like to overpower my food. I like to keep my food simple, make it with few ingredients, and make it more flavorful with simple 3 ingredients. I don't like to have कि मैंने गरम मसाले में 36 varieties of spices जाते हैं या 23 varieties of spices जाते हैं. I like to make food with less of spices, but again, yet simple and flavorful. There is a dish, it's actually been lost now. No, hardly people make it. It is actually achar gosht, which is cooked on a dum. It is counted spices, I will tell you, which has got only slices of onion, dahi, and mutton. Along with that is, your little ghee and whole chilies, which is salan wali chili. And you add little bit of dhania and salt in that. And salan wali chilies are filled with achari masala, which is panch foran. Jeera, shahi jeera, methi, kalonji rai. That's it. Nothing. And it is cooked on a closed pot. मतलब उसको दम में आटा लगा करके अच्छे से दम में लगा के कुक करते हैं. It's like it's finger licking dish. And today no one makes it. Because आज अगर अचार गोश्त आपको खाना है तो जो रेडीमेड पिकल है उसको पीस करके ग्रेवी में मिला दो और अचार गोश्त बन गया.
शेफ मुझे तो ना वो ताज वाले अचारी गोश्त की खुशबू और वो फ्लेवर आ गया, पानी आ गया.
मैं आज भी बनाता हूँ.
And I think it was one of the best dishes which was very popular among these
correct
caterings and functions. So people used to crave for that dish.
Correct. अचार गोश्त and उसमें देखिए दही बिल्कुल फटती नहीं है. That's the beauty of that.
जी.
And because it is only no water is added, only dahi is added in that. And there was another dish which was chicken tikka labab. So these two dishes which were so
yes.
Means of course there were many dishes which were there, but these dishes were so popular you will never get them right if you don't follow the proper process. You will never.
That's Chef.
So cooking is
So,
very simple, but at the same time, you have to pay a lot of attention to it to master it. That's what is the philosophy.
okay, Chef, after working with Taj, starting your career with Taj, so and in the last like 3.5 decades, you must have worked in different organizations in between and different properties across India.
Yes, yes.
So Delhi was one of the starting point, and I feel the food in Delhi is phenomenal.
Correct.
And then you had traveled to like Mumbai and Andhra and other places during your journey. So
Correct.
how it happened and what was the adaptation that you took during your transition to different states or different locations?
See, while I was in Delhi, I actually traveled to a lot of places out of India also. I went, one of the favorite places I think used to be Switzerland. I used to go to Geneva to do a lot of festivals with different hotels. Means I have been to Ramada Hotel to do festival, to with Shangri-La, with many other hotels in Switzerland, because for a month I used to do festival and promote my food. It used to happen through Air India and the hotel which I was going there. Mandarin Oriental used to call me to do food festivals. Even I traveled to Malaysia to do festivals. So that was one part. But so I that time used to think I always have to come and do festival. Why not to, of course, I also wanted to grow in my career and work abroad. Means उस टाइम पे बहुत ही होता था कि इंडियन कुजीन में आप मास्टर बन जाओगे तो आप बाहर जाने का एक रास्ता आपके लिए
sir, that was one of the starting point to become a chef. So once I am a chef, I worked 3 years in Indian and Tandoor, and I had to go abroad. So that was the dream of all the people, those who were wanting to become a chef.
Yeah, so वो ड्रीम पूरा करने के लिए मैं भी गया बाहर. I also went to Germany, opened a restaurant there, which was quite successful. Means we used to be very busy, and we a good lengthy menu. We were two people who used to actually do the whole menu. So it was tough time, but yes, there are good advantages of working abroad. There are certain disadvantages also. So I worked there for 4 years and then returned back, and somehow was called back in Taj because I wanted to be in another hotel, which I joined also for 2 days. But somehow I was pulled back that no, you have to work back in Taj. So it was, I was back in Taj Mahal, Delhi, and Taj Hotel, New Delhi. And then from there, I moved to Taj Lands in Mumbai. So I was there in Taj Lands in Mumbai for about 2.5 years. And then I moved to Hyderabad. So Hyderabad, I worked for 3 hotels of Taj. And in between, I left in Hyderabad also. And I joined to do something in retail. I always had a, interest to see that what happens in retail, because everybody talks about कि restaurant में काम करो, ये करो, वो करो. So I worked for actually, then I got a chance to work in retail at the airports. So by the name of HMS Host, which actually operates food outlets at the airport. So it was a new company. It was actually a bit risk, but I took that and I joined them as a corporate chef and opened the first because that time all the airports were being privatized. This was in way back in 2008. So then I joined them, opened Hyderabad airport. Very good learning, because there are a lot of restrictions to work at the airport. You don't have live fire.
Yes.
You have to work on hot plates. You don't have tandoor live fire. You have to work only with ovens. There is a separate kitchen which is given to you, from where you will operate. Certain things will come from there. So setting up all these things were a great learning, and operating different brands. Because we created our own brands like Idli Factory and Idli.com and Chaat Chowpatty and Indian Paradise, Taste of India. These are the brands which I created with them. And similarly, we used to also have certain brands which are already operating outside, who also came and joined us to, work with us. Cafecino was another brand which we created. So these were at least same one company operating 15 outlets. Yeah, at the back.
I think, just to interrupt you, I think the trend that is now like running a dark kitchen with multiple brands. So you did it
True.
like around 15 years back. So
Yes.
you were, I think, one of the front runners in operating a dark kitchen,
Correct.
kind of
Correct.
a setup running multiple brands within one kitchen. And
True.
at the same time, Chef, I think that was also a huge risk that you took in transitioning the cooking methods.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
in hotels we have open fire, bulk kitchen, and all kinds of pots and pans, and then shifting to all electrical kitchen.
True.
So that was
And
also, I think, one of the biggest transition and the learning
Yes.
that you had and modified the ways of cooking.
cooking
of the
biryani in oven which used to be cooked on पे दम लगा के कुक करना है, वैसे ही कुक
जी,
होगी.
जी, जी,
मास्टर
जी.
ने ऐसे ही बोला, ऐसे ही कुक होगी.
हाँ, तो
लेकिन
वो आपने मतलब जो उस टाइम पे आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ द चेंजिंग टर्निंग पॉइंट इन एयरपोर्ट्स बिकॉज
True.
आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड सो एयरपोर्ट्स आर लाइक ships and maybe the cruise ships kind of a model where you only have electrical.
it happened like I'll tell you, there are a lot of restrictions. Even you can't have knives at the airport.
That's true. I can
You are
understand.
in the security hold area. So it happened at the Bangalore airport with us on the first day when the opening was happening. In the afternoon, we had done all our trials. We were ready that evening first flight will land and we'll open the airport. Afternoon, like around 11:30, 12 o'clock around, they were sanitizing the airport and they found certain things like chili powder you can't keep inside the security hold area. You can't keep dry spices inside the security hold area. All were thrown out. All out. So it was a shock.
It's a quite a shock to a chef to throw the spices or maybe
Yes.
to throw the tools. So
It happened. It happened with us. And they even took out all the knives. की knife भी नहीं रख सकते आप यहाँ पे. So finally, it took us 1 week to, it was a very hard time to operate. And when the airport opened on the next day in the morning, there was queue of people in Bangalore airport, because it's quite far from the city. People, the first flight, if it is taking off at 6 o'clock in the morning, people will be there at 3 o'clock in the morning and asking for breakfast. And it was so damn busy, I can't tell you.
I can understand, Chef. I travel a lot to Hyderabad and Bangalore, and all the outlets that you created are doing wonder. Like,
Yeah.
There are a lot of news even today.
Correct. So, but it was, we did all that because then, at the airport, your knives have to be chained. You have to keep on, counting them every day. You have to keep a log of that how many knives you have. It can be checked, and there are a lot of things which I learned there, and it was very good actually, very good actually. It's
also,
learning to work there, and especially I'll tell you, one thing which I learned is which we forget in hotels. Cost management, because each piece of idli or samosa or sandwich is counted, which was great learning because you are working for a QSR. It's a money which is going. If in hotels, आपने buffet लगा दिया, बोल दिया, चार बंदों ने ज़्यादा खा लिया, कोई बात नहीं.
Question only. So I had that in mind. Like in hotels, you do bulk cooking and it's sold in one go.
Correct.
Whereas in QSR, every portion counts. And
Right.
every customer is a different person.
True.
So you need to fulfill all the needs, and like as I see, like I have seen in airports, so like you need to cater around 10,000, 20,000 people in a day in
Correct.
multiple outlets and from the same kitchen.
Correct. So at the airport, actually, what you do is you have you have a dry food store or a raw food store, but similarly you have a cooked food store because you're running multiple outlets. So all the menu items which are pre-packed individually are being, after cooking from the main kitchen, are being sent to the cooked food store. So the person handling that outlet will go and take the issues from there. And if he has, for instance, if he has taken 10 sandwiches, he has to give a calculation if he has sold 10 sandwiches or if he is returning back 2 sandwiches. So that's how each piece is calculated. If there is one piece is missing, then he has to pay for, or he's been questioned. So
that is I think wonderful learning, and because in hotels we just cook the food and it's sold, considered sold.
Correct.
So whereas in airport kitchens or in the mega kitchens, we can call them. So
Correct.
there you have multiple steps. So one more step added to the food, that it's cooked food, and then you have to dispense, and people have to make indent for the cooked food, not
Correct.
the ingredients.
True. So I'll tell you, means in hotel what happens is आपने खाना बना दिया और दे दिया even for curry, but here everything is pre-portioned. So even if you are giving it out from a food pan which is on a bain marie, you will give 2 pieces per portion and all those things, which actually matters a lot even for anything which you are giving.
So it has given a wonderful opportunity to do the cost management and to analyze the volume cooking.
Correct.
So Chef, I think that was one of the wonderful experience you had, and post that you were taken by the Lemon Tree Hotels as the corporate chef.
No, I rejoined Taj again.
Oh my God. Okay. So Taj was one of the attraction for you.
Yes. I always Taj is my, I used to call, it's like my home. Especially Haveli kitchen is my mother kitchen where I learned everything. Not there now, but then there is something, a lot of learning which I've carried from there, and of course it's not that other companies have not given me. Means with due respect to wherever I worked, there have been a lot of good learnings from, even if which was abroad or even doing food festivals. There were some learnings from there which I always wanted and adopted in my daily routine or in my daily work, which I brought back, and I used to do those changes here. So then
सर पहली क्लासरूम और पहला प्यार.
बस वो जरूर रहता है, वो आज भी है. पहला क्लासरूम वो जो है वो आज भी है, वो रहेगा, वो जिंदगी भर रहेगा, वो नहीं टूटता है. बट ये है कि जहां पे भी आप जाते हो, आज भी कहीं भी मैं जाता हूँ, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ लर्निंग व्हिच आई कैरी विद माई सेल्फ. सो दैट इज वन थिंग आई टेल यू कि आई ऑलवेज कॉल माई सेल्फ दैट आई एम स्टिल लर्निंग. A chef is always a trainee. He never thing never removes from this thing. Even you become a sous chef, or you become an executive chef, or you become a sous chef, or you become a corporate chef, but you are learning.
Whatever you become chef, food is never ending.
Yeah. So you always remain as a trainee actually. Actually I used to do a mazak, one of my.
Yes. So food is a never ending subject, chef. It
Correct.
has been there from ages, ever since the revolution is there.
True. So I was back in Hyderabad, and I was opening. Then I opened Vivanta by Taj, Hyderabad. So from it was like starting from the scratch, whereby designing the kitchen to what equipments are required, to making food philosophy of all the restaurants. We had Thai pavilion there. We had coffee shop. We had a bar. We had banqueting. So all those things, and after that from there, within 4 years, then I got this chance to come to Delhi, and of course I call myself a Delhiite, because Delhi was supposed to be my hometown from where I went from here and there. So it was coming back to Delhi and join a company which was growing that time, and Lemon Tree Hotels. So they gave me a chance to join them, and it was wonderful chance. And I tell you, there are a lot of learning with Lemon Tree Hotels. It's been 8+ years now. 2013 I came to Lemon Tree Hotels. It's been great learning. Means because I was coming from luxury, so from luxury to mid scale, you have to adopt certain things. You have to change accordingly. But I think what I have learned is, now when I see that things makes sense. Whatever I have learned in Lemon Tree Hotels. Can't hear you.
Need to unmute.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, chef. I think it was the technical glitch that
Yeah.
happened. So I think when you joined Lemon Tree, it was like in 2013 with 20 properties, and now it's
Yes.
almost 85 properties.
Yeah, it's actually 87. We just opened 2 days back the 87th property in Coorg.
So I think it's like it has grown 4 times since you joined, and the growth of this mid-segment hotels.
Correct.
And you coming from a luxury properties and then adapting to the new mid-scale and cost-conscious and more efficient kind of a operation.
Correct.
So that would have been a challenge for the initial period, I would say.
Yes, it was a challenge because the first thing which I did is I wanted to see because we were only 20 hotels, so I first went to the first hotel. In fact, I stayed in the third hotel, which was actually opened by Lemon Tree, so in Gurgaon. So, but I went to the first hotel because I was actually setting up my house, so I got a chance to. I had some time, so I stayed there and saw all the things and then of course slowly I started traveling and seeing all the hotels at what changes, because I was given a task list by my by my boss and managing director, by my president, that what all needs to be changed, where we want to see this company. So accordingly then I started working on that, and I think things have worked because there has been learning how to operate, because in Lemon Tree hotels, you see, we have one kitchen. We don't operate with multiple kitchens unless and until you have just for one specialty restaurant, which is Republic of Noodles, which we have a separate kitchen. But otherwise, for in-room dining, for banqueting, for staff kitchen, for coffee shop, for even for bar, we operate from one kitchen, and it is cost efficient also.
No, I think that is I think good way of doing so. It's like centralization of the production facilities.
Correct. So that has been a very good learning while coming to here, that how to operate. So if you go in luxury, you have a separate kitchen for in-room.
Even in separate kitchens, you have different sections that produce different
yes,
food. So
yes,
the other
correct.
chefs don't allow you to enter into their sections.
Correct.
And I think, Chef, I think your experience with HMS would have been help in this. So you said you did the setup for the HMS kitchen, so that would have given you a quite good understanding.
It was quite a good understanding to how to operate, because see, even luxury you have a cold kitchen separate, but here we operate from one pantry and we give out everything. And it is only we have little extra equipments for storage and all that stuff which we do, and it really helps us, because it helps in managing costs. Because today, if in any business, if it is not viable, if it is not making profit, so everything has to make profit. Otherwise, what for you are in the business? At the end,
that's true. It has to be profitable.
Yeah, it has to be profitable. And that's how, if you see now, many of the chefs, they used to never understand before, they have understood and they have become entrepreneurs also, because they are opening their own restaurants these days. And they very efficiently now, because they know where is the cost going.
Yes, and chef is the best person to know where the money is going and where it has to come from. And chef, I have one more question for you. So since last 30 years, there have been like always a saying that hotel mein aane ka time hai, jaane ka time nahi hai. So that was a saying during your times or maybe our times, still people used to say कि भाई इतने आ जाओ बस जाने का है, chef से पूछ के जाना है. So and then it used to happen that people used to work maybe 10-12 hours. So for some it was because of the passion, because of the interest, and so it must be quite hectic during those times, working long hours. And then
it used to be for me also.
There was a passion कि यार ये मेरा काम है, मैं नहीं खत्म करूंगा तो कौन करेगा. So that was the kind of passion people had.
Correct.
So and that would have resulted in a lot of work-life balance and health issues and all those things. So you also faced some of those challenges during your
Yes. It happened with me, and then I had to switch over from there, because I used to like you said कि अंदर आने का टाइम है, जाने का टाइम नहीं है. जब तक गेस्ट नहीं जाता तब तक आप नहीं जाओगे. So it used to happen with me, because hotel is busy, and I used to enter the hotel in the morning at about 1 o'clock, and leaving time is not before 1 o'clock in the night, 12 o'clock. महीने में 1 या 2 दिन ऐसे आते थे when you get a time, यार आज थोड़ा जल्दी चले जाते हैं, and that you 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So with all that, it happened with me that I developed problem in my back, and I had a very, very serious slip disc. and I had a major back problem. I was actually bedridden for 3 months, 3.5, 4 months actually, and then the treatment went on for about 2 years. So this was one learning. It happened that I had to see that what should I do, because I have to keep myself fit if I want to continue in this job. So during my treatment time, the doctor had told me, because एक तो क्या होता है कि like as a chef we do a lot of tastings, and also you tend to develop
From it.
yeah, weight, yeah, and you pick up weight. I used to also had weight, but then it is nothing. People sometimes person say यार बहुत ज्यादा खाता हूँ इसलिए weight हो जाता है. अगर आप खाते हो तो there are ways that you can always keep yourself healthy by doing certain things. So I do what I did is I slowly, after I recovered from my back problem, because I had a major surgery in my
And
back
that was during your career.
during my Taj Lansing day. It started from Taj Mahal Hotel, New
It was
Delhi.
the peak time for you, I believe.
Yes, it was a peak time because I was just transferred and I was there for to turn around the hotel. I actually was doing a lot of changes in the coffee shop. There was a new restaurant, new Indian restaurant which was supposed to come. There was new bar which was supposed to come. The lobby lounge was supposed to change. There were chambers used to come. So a lot of things were happening. And in that period of time, I developed this problem and I had to go for a major surgery. So after the surgery, then again there were some complications. I was bedridden for 3.5 months. So in fact, let me tell you, a lot of chefs used to even call me because I was doing opening a restaurant. So I was training some of the chefs for the new recipes. So they used to actually call me over the call, and I used to teach them on the phone that कि अच्छा अब ये डालो और इसको ये बनाओ, and it used to really mean today also they remember you have taught us certain dishes while lying on your bed. So
I can just put one comment on this statement that you did virtual classes 20 years back.
yes, it happened with me, and it worked for me actually. Means, I tell you ki, because you see, once you actually have a thorough knowledge, or you actually become you actually do a
You have everything on tips basically.
yeah, with your heart and soul, then you know at each minute what will happen. Then because I have a habit of observing ingredients while doing cooking. Ki at what stage the color is changing, what stage what I am putting. It is registered in your mind. So that's how I used to do it, and it really used to help me, help these chefs to make those dishes. So that time, what I decided, okay, I need to reduce my weight, because the doctor had told me that ever in your life, remember that if you want to stay away from this back problem and stay healthy, don't put on weight, and especially on your tummy. So then once I recovered, I started slowly walking, then walking to running a little bit on the treadmill. And slowly, means it was decided that I want to be well, something which you can do a lot of exercises. There is nothing, you can go to gym, you can go to other places. But running was something which I started loving when I started running, because you are actually talking to nature when you are running. You are actually outside. You are actually running early in the morning. You are getting fresh breeze of the early morning. You are talking to nature. You are on your own. There's hardly any expense in this exercise which you need to pay, because you are doing on your own.
I think
that's how it started. And then
on health and fitness, I can just say one thing: you have become a role model for the chefs. So I am a true admirer of yours, and I see a lot of updates on the health and fitness part. And
thank you.
वो पुराने जमाने में कहते थे कि don't trust a skinny chef, but now it is you have to be fit.
You have to be fit if you want to stay in industry. You have to be fit. If you want to do good cooking, you want to taste good food, you have to be fit. So by touchwood, if somebody says कि यार देसी घी नहीं खाना है या ये नहीं खाना है, I eat everything. In my lunch today, I had aloo paratha with good amount of butter. butter. So
I think
like that.
Being fit is the mantra, and not restricting your diet or restrict your cravings for food.
Correct. So running is one exercise which actually exercises the whole body from feet to into your mind.
Yes,
So
yes.
everything, and of course, along with that, if you mix it with some little bit of yoga and meditation, it makes wonder. So I sometimes even I do, during COVID time, I used to do yoga at home when it was lockdown, and it was also said that not to go out. So I sometimes used to either walk or do some running at home also, and do yoga. And meditation is one thing which I always love. Means if
So it's so also, chef. I think what I heard is to be consistent. Come what may, you not have to break the the system of
yeah,
exercise.
correct. You have to do it. You have to do it. If you break it, then एक दिन अगर आपने कर दिया तो then it is then आप फिर चले गए.